Hello. Today I'm going to do a vlog talking about something I did yesterday that was really cool. Like, I really liked it, and that was sewing a costume for the first time, or sewing anything really for the first time properly. Like, yeah, like I learnt so much yesterday. Basically, I've always wanted to, like, when I go to like conventions and stuff, I don't dress up because I think, like, I have this idea of like what would be fun to do, like what costume I would like to do, but then most of the time it would involve like sewing something to make it. And I mean, I could buy pieces and put it together, but I don't want to do it every single time just like that. I think it would be really fun to actually create it, even if it's like really shonky or something like that. I think it'd be really fun. In my head, I had this idea in my head of like the first one I wanted to do was because I started watching Adventure Time, a few months ago, and one of my favorite characters on the show was Lumpy Space Princess. She's the purple, kind of looks like a cloud with a star on her head, and I like her character. She's really funny. Like, she's always going on, oh, so lame. I don't know, not like that. I need to watch more episodes actually. But anyway, I had this idea of that costume, and I was thinking in my head it was like, sounds pretty simple, but I didn't have a sewing machine and I didn't know how to sew. So just a couple of weeks ago, I think, I just had this urge to get this sewing machine. Like, it was like in my head for like 2 weeks or something like that, and I was thinking, oh, should I get it? Would it be a waste of money just to get it? And in the end, what happened, helped my decision is, with YouTube videos, I get like I don't know how much it is, like 1 cent or 2 cents every time someone watches a video. And after like many years accumulating, finally I got a check for, not a check, but they sent $100 to my account. So when that arrived, at the same time that I was thinking about getting the sewing machine, I was like, that's it. I mean, it's like, because I mean, if I'm gonna get $100 from from YouTube videos, I don't want to spend it on paying bills or anything like that, because that's no fun. I thought it'd be fun to like get something fun, like, I mean, something that would give me an ability to do, like, and sewing machine definitely opens up a whole new area of stuff to do. But I wasn't sure, but then when that came at the same time, I was like, let's do it. So I bought it. I looked up on Amazon.com, and I ended up picking the Janome 2212, and people said it's a really good basic learning sewing machine, which is what I want. I want something so simple that all it does is just sew, like none of these crazy functions or stuff like that. And then so that arrived, and then I didn't even open it in the box. It came in this massive cardboard box, and I left it on my table, and I just was busy doing other things, and I just didn't have the urge to do it. And then what happened was just yesterday during the day, I was looking at my friends' Facebook statuses, and a few of them were like, oh, Oz Comic Con is coming up, it's coming soon, I'm trying to do this costume, hopefully I have enough time. And I'm like, that kind of got me thinking, like, oh, so Oz Comic Con's coming up soon, is it? So people are doing their costumes, maybe I should, because I already bought the material. Like, I even went to Spotlight, because some of my friends said there was a fabric sale just a few weeks ago, so I bought like 3 or 4 meters of this purple material. And the thing is, I think it was, I don't know how much, 40% off or something like that, but I picked such a cheap material, something like I don't know, a few dollars a meter, so I ended up paying like $7 for it. Yeah, so it was good. But I still saved. I would have had to pay like $9, I don't know. Anyways, it was good, because I just need something purple, really. And because the way I do things, I like to do things like just start off with just something shonky, and then sometimes stay shonky. But I thought this costume is like really easy, like, as in it's not like really high tech. If it doesn't look perfect, it's still okay. It's just the fun of making a costume and wearing a costume. And so I had the material, I had the sewing machine in a box, cardboard box, and then yesterday I had the Friday night, like, my friends were playing board games. So this worked out really well. And at the same time, I was thinking, I should stay home and watch and try making this costume. I was like thinking, oh, it's like a daunting task. I don't know how I'm going to go about it. Like, And so on the messages in the this is a long video, but oh well, it's going to be long. In the Facebook messages of us organising the board games night, I was like, oh, sorry guys, I'm not going to come tonight because I'm going to stay home and make a Lumpy Space Princess costume. And then one of my friends, Hanh, she messaged and she said, "Oh, that sounds interesting." She goes, "She's just finished making like a wedding dress for a friend or something like that." She goes, "She's really into sewing at the moment. Maybe she can help. We can do a like board game sewing kind of night." And I was like, at first I was like, "Oh, I don't know about this," because often when I'm making a costume, like in the past, I like to go into like a like do it on my own in a zone, like just thinking about how to do things and have all the stuff at home that like I need. But then at the same time, then I had this idea like, oh, it would be fun if I did try this. Like, I mean, obviously it'd be more fun to do it, at my friend's house, and always choose the option that gives you the best memories and stuff like that. So I decided, yep, I'm gonna go. Let's do it. So I said, yeah, cool. That sounds awesome. I'll Oh, but then I told her, she said, should she bring her sewing machine? And I was like, no, I bought a new sewing machine recently, so maybe you could show me how to use it. That would be really good, because it's so daunting to me, like, when I first got it, like, I don't know anything about how to start sewing it, how to stop sewing and all that stuff. So, I opened up my Janome, the box, and it was, like, so cool. I'll show you what it looks like, too. Look, it actually comes with a tote bag. Like, I bought it on eBay, and it came with a tote bag, and I didn't even know that. So that was cool. Nice to carry, actually. I don't want to drop it, but... Handle? There's my Janome. And I have an issue with this, because I bought it from America. I don't want to drop it. Oh. Because it's from America, first of all, the plug it doesn't matter, too long. Basically, the voltage is different, so when I use it here, it goes crazy fast, and it vibrates when it uses it. Because when I was let's skip to the bit where I was at Alex's house, and Hanh was there showing me, and she's like, "Whoa, it goes so fast, really fast," and she goes, "This is not, it's like," she was thinking, yeah, and it shakes, and even when it was shaking, Ben was walking past, goes, "What kind of sewing machine makes that much noise?" And I reckon it's the voltage. I'm pretty sure it's the voltage. So I just bought like on eBay a transformer, a step down transformer that's going to change the current to 120 volts from 240 in Australia to 120. So hopefully that'll make this thing work. So luckily, at Alex's house, Dee has a sewing machine. So she let me use her sewing machine, her brother's sewing machine, which is also a beginner sewing machine, which is perfect for me. And Hanh was showing me how to like start it up, like put thread onto a bobbin. Before I went yesterday, she was like, "Do you need me to bring any bobbins or needles or something like that, or something like that?" And or I don't know. And she goes, "Bring your bobbins or something like that." And I'm like, "I don't even know what a bobbin is. I don't know what a bobbin is." And so I just bought the box, and then she found the bobbins. They were inside the thing, and so I learnt what a bobbin is. They're the little round things that the thread goes on. And she was explaining how it works, and it was so cool having her explain everything. Like within less than 10 minutes, she showed me all the basics that I needed to know to sew. It was awesome. If it wasn't for her, I would have had to like look up YouTube videos, multiple YouTube videos, and experiment. And then at the same time, I would have been really in trouble because I wouldn't have known that this machine was not meant to be like that. I would have just assumed that that's how fast it's supposed to be, and that's wrong. If I'd done that, it wouldn't have been good. So it really turned out so well that I went. Like, it's like a savior. Anyway, Hanh was so good. She showed me how to like get the thread onto the bobbin. Then she showed me how to, thread all the stuff and how to do it, like the top thread, with the end and everything, and then at the bottom, putting the bobbin underneath. And she explained, and now I know how. I don't know really how it works, but I know there's a thread coming from the top and a thread coming from the bottom, and they make the things. I don't know, and also how to get the foot up and down to take it out, and how to start, because I had no idea how to start sewing and how to stop sewing, and then she told me all those stages, and and also with the material, she helped me a lot because I lay down on the material and then she could draw the circle, the Lumpy Space Princess circle thingies, And so yeah, we cut the I cut the materials, yeah, and then I safety pinned the two pieces of material together just to keep it together, and then I spent, everyone else playing board games, I was in the room just sewing, and I had so much fun sewing. I'll just show a photo of when I was sewing. Just a photo, nothing special. Like, that's when I was cutting it. I don't know if you can even see that. And here is when I started sewing it. Can you see it? That's me sewing it. And I was having so much fun. Like, because really, all I had to do was sew right around the edge of it, all the way around. Right around. And Tan showed me about the guidelines and yeah, all that stuff. It was so much fun. And how to start and stop. The way you start and stop is you go backwards and forwards, and there's a button to make it go back and forwards. So I learned heaps. It was so cool, and I'll show you the finished product. I don't know if you can see it. It's not finished yet. Can you see that? It's not finished yet, but I'm gonna have to cut like a hole for the face and the arms. But you know what? I'm gonna just. See, I can't see probably, but I think I'm in front of the computer now. So that's, oh, there I am. Can you guys see that? So I'm going to have to put a star on my head and cut a hole for my face and my arms, but that's the costume so far. Oh. Yeah, and I think that's all I want to talk about, how much fun I had making that. And it's cool because something in my head came into existence. Like, I had this idea, it was sitting in my head like that. And another costume that I have in my head is Mark from Battle of the Planets. He's the one with the white. It's Battle of the Planets or G-Force or whatever you want to call it. It's this cartoon I watched as a kid. I want to do that costume too, but maybe next. But first, finish this one first. So that's all I want to say in this video, that I sewed a costume and it was fun. Sewing was so much fun. I remember just going really slowly. It kind of reminded me of driving, actually. Just learning to drive. And just sewing. Oh. Anyways, that's it.